You're watching Pascal in the Morning. Welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out this show, please go click that like button on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/The Pascal Show. Don't be shy. Go click that like button, all right? We got all kinds of stuff, just like those music videos. We got skits. We got great interviews. We represent all types of people from St. Louis and all over the country, if not all over the world. We've had some really great international talent on this show as well. But we do have some comments that have been, people have been typing into the Facebook feed and giving us a whole bunch of love, which I really, really appreciate it. And I just wanted to show you how live this show is. So if you have any questions for Larry Hughes personally, comment down below. So we're gonna read some of these comments right now. Sean, what's up, yo?
So we got some love from Michelle. She's doing laughing faces. Chris, he says, you actually singing that thing, like putting your soul into it.
Yeah, man, I put it all in.
He's also casting it out at the office right now on TV.
That's what's
and
up.
People are laughing like hell.
That's great.
Comment from Keith. He says, proud of you, big bro.
Ah, man, I'm proud of you, big bro. Keith, Chris, and who was the other person?
Michelle.
And Michelle, thank you so much for commenting and giving us some love. If you're enjoying this show, please give us a bunch of love. Give us some likes, give us some hearts, some laughy faces, the whole type of thing. But
All that stuff.
all that stuff. I'm very honored to have this man on this show. We've been trying to get this man on the show for a long time. Every time I try to get him on, he's like somewhere else. Every time. It's like, oh no, he's in Atlanta. No, he's overseas somewhere. I don't know. He's like the Black James Bond, for crying out loud. He's got this wonderful academy that he's got coming up. They're about to open up a new facility called the Larry Hughes Basketball Academy. Please welcome my brother, Larry Hughes, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, man. That's a strong handshake.
Yes, sir.
You
Always.
just broke my hand.
Always.
Oh, you just broke my hand. Well, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Man, I'm alive. I'm alive and breathing.
This side of the ground.
Yeah?
This side of the ground. That's the way to be.
Another day above the ground is a blessing, right?
That's it. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So how things been, man? I know you've been busy. So
Yeah. Life is good. I mean, like you said, we're living, get a chance to enjoy, another day, get a chance to be successful, get a chance to impact people's lives and enjoy, my family is the most important part.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So kids, the whole nine?
Yeah, kids, 4 kids.
4 kids.
Have 2 in college right now.
Oh,
one's
wow.
playing at the St. Louis University here in town. The other one is at TCU.
That's what's up.
I have a son that's a freshman, CBC High School.
Oh, cry baby cry.
We're doing.
Right.
Okay. You got that. You got that one in.
I went to DeSmet, so
Okay.
you guys are like rivals.
Yeah, we
to,
actually play you guys tonight. So
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah, we good.
How fitting I'm wearing maroon. I didn't even realize that until just now.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a subconscious decision.
Casket clean.
Okay, you know what? It's fine. I don't even think the basketball team is doing any good right now. So let's keep it real.
Yep.
But that's dope. So they're at CBC.
Yep.
Same place.
Yeah, same place I went.
Yeah.
He's playing basketball, enjoying school.
Is he like a pro? Is he killing it? That kind of thing.
He's enjoying basketball. You know what? He's starting to love it. He's starting to have fun with it. I don't have to push him. I don't have to tell him to get up and work out. So, we'll see where it goes.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So let me ask you something. Like, because you've been, you've had a very wonderful, colorful career, right?
Mm-hmm.
But before all that, like, what made you realize, like, yeah, man, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm that good. What was the moment that made you realize that?
I think other people's comments and other people telling me, what they see, what they saw in me. I grew up in St. Louis. I'm pretty humble, right? I go about my business. I try to be the best that I can be, but you really don't know. Like, you really don't know. A lot of people say, oh, I'm good, or I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
But others have to tell you that. Others have to see something in you so they can speak it, to other people. So that's really what happened is people started talking. They started telling me, that I had a chance, and I'm like, well, I see where it goes.
Dang, okay.
Yep.
So it was other people speaking this into you, speaking this into existence in a way.
Yeah, I think that helps with confidence. I think that, you know, when somebody speaks good of you, I mean, that gives you a little bit more push.
Yeah,
So
it gives you more incentive to like.
It does.
It's
It
like
does.
maybe I am good. Maybe,
does.
or like yeah.
Yeah, it
Hell
helps.
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it helps because if they're saying
Yeah.
that you're not good or that you're bad,
I mean, shoot, but there are people out there, you know, you've seen like American Idol and stuff like
Yeah.
that where they still think they can sing and people are like, yeah, bro, nah. You know what I mean? Like they, you know, sometimes your friends are your worst, are your worst enemies.
Yeah. Sometimes it's
You know
a
what I mean?
setup. I mean,
Yeah.
for sure it's a setup.
Yeah.
For sure it's a setup. But you gotta. I mean, if the masses are saying good things, then you kind of go.
Yeah.
With what they're saying.
So I know you were, you know, with the Wizards for a minute,
Yep.
and I know you did like carry them during the like the 1996 to 97 season to get into the playoffs. What was that like? What did it feel like? Because I know the last time they were doing something was like last time they got into the playoffs was like in 88 or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
well, that was I think that was 04, 05. When we finally made it to the playoffs, that was me, Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson, Brendan Haywood, Eton Thomas. Just a number of guys that kind of, you know, put our foot down and said that
Yeah.
we're tired of losing. But DC still holds a place for me. I mean, the
Yeah.
basketball court, the city, just how diverse it was, the amount of attention that we got from the city for you know, our basketball game, you know, what we brought to the city. We brought everybody out. And then, you know, played my first year there with Michael Jordan. So I got a chance to learn, you know, he has expectations, and playoffs were those expectations. So
Right.
we were able to reach those goals.
You know, it's because I love how you just talked about Michael Jordan. So I do got to ask you about that because I know that you played with Michael Jordan in the very beginning of his career, but then you also, or at the very end of his career, and then you also played with LeBron James
Yep.
at the beginning of his career.
Yep.
So what was it like to work with such a dominant player, or both players, you know,
Well,
being so dominant?
With the gap in between, with Bron being in his first couple years and M being on his way out,
Yeah.
I mean, you could just see how professional MJ was. I mean, how he carried himself within the locker room, within the meetings,
Yeah.
within the press, you know, talking to the press, you know, after and before games, was different from Bron because he was in the second year, so he hadn't learned how to interact, and
Right.
you know, how to carry himself as a professional, you know, putting a suit on and, you know, walking with, you know, your shoulders high and all that good stuff
Right.
that you learn. But from a basketball standpoint, I mean, those guys approach the game the exact same way. I mean,
Okay.
focus, discipline, you know, watching a lot of film. I mean, just ultra. They compete in different ways. Like
Right.
Bron is a competitor, but MJ is considered, you know, the best competitor there ever was.
Yeah.
So the basketball similarities are there. It's the professional side that MJ had that LeBron didn't have then, and now he has it.
So wait. So what? Explain. Like, do you mind like tapping in a little bit more into when you say professionalism? What do you mean exactly?
Just the overall business of the game.
Was he just acting real young?
Well, he was young.
I mean, I know that, but I mean, you know, was his mindset real? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like some people come in with their head on straight, their head on right, and if they're thinking that they're the best and the greatest of all time,
Yeah. No,
You see what I'm saying?
didn't.
Ego
he
comes into
he
play a
didn't come
little
in
bit.
with. He didn't come in with that sort of, you know, thought process. He
Okay.
came in as a young kid trying to, you know, understand what all this candy was that was around him and how to grab and how to understand and how to maneuver. He was a high-profile,
right?
you know, athlete before making it to the NBA.
So what does candy mean though? I mean,
Yeah,
what's AKA for?
Shoe deals,
Okay.
commercials, sponsorship,
Right.
you know, movies.
So money,
Money. yeah.
women, money. Did I say money?
The candy is definitely, you know, the candy is definitely real. I mean, you see it today with, I mean, guys signing 200, 300, you know, well, they haven't made it to 300 million, but they're coming.
Yeah.
$200 million contracts to play basketball. I mean, if you don't call that, I mean, that's candy
That's
to me.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
candy to me. I mean, that's something that I want.
Of course. Shoot, I want a key to that candy store.
Yeah.
I think everybody
we all
wants
do.
one.
We all
right?
do. Yeah, we all do.
Oh
Sure.
man, that's crazy. You know, I do want to ask about like so 2004 and 2005, you led in the most steals.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the? Well, one, first off, because you know, for someone who, you know, for those laymen out there that don't know much about sports
Yep.
and all that, how does one get the most steals in a season? Like, what's the approach?
It's a mindset. I think it's a mindset of playing both sides of the court. I mean, just playing on offense. You can play offense. You know, my thing is if I'm going to play offense, then I want to play defense because I want to stop the other guy from scoring if I'm scoring, right? If I'm scoring and you're scoring, I mean, what are we doing? So
right.
when we talk about defense and stealing the ball, I mean, that gives my team an extra possession. Gotcha. So anytime that I can get the ball from the other team, it gives us one extra possession, two extra possessions. And winning and losing in the NBA is a very fine line, right?
Right.
It's a fine line of winning and losing.
That's
so
true.
If you can get 3 or 4 extra possessions off of a steal, then you give yourself a better chance to win. That's what's up. That's the mindset.
But do you get like a tally every time at the end of the game going, okay, I did 3 steals this game. All right, so I'm at such and such amount. I need to get to this so I can be the best, to have the most steals this season.
Yeah, as the year went on, I was able to do some of those calculations as how many steals I needed to average. But yeah, I mean, I was going out, get 8 steals, a game, 7 steals. I mean, and I was doing that, 3 or 4 times a week. So I mean, that adds up.
Yeah.
And, that was the most steals, the average of steals in like 15, years or so.
Right.
So, I had a mindset of go get the ball, and that's what I was doing.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up. You know what? We're gonna go into a quick commercial break. I know that there's some comments going on. We're gonna make sure we read them live after this commercial break. So stick around. We're here with Larry Hughes. See you guys in a minute. Peace. All right. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We do have some questions that you guys have commented during the show. We're gonna ask them. We're gonna try to answer them to the best of our ability. Or he's going to answer them to the best of his ability live right now. So what's up, Sean Hall? What's up, yo?
What's up, yo? So this comes from Derek. Derek asks, how do you know someone is good enough for the NBA at an early age?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You never know. You never.
Somebody trying to get a paycheck.
You never know. It's like anything. It's a process. So you can't identify a 9-year-old kid and say, hey, he has the ability to be an NBA player. That's not reality. So you never really know until the time is right.
Okay.
Good.
That's a good answer.
Yep.
This one comes from Chris. He says, so was your St. Louis tendencies carried with you when you left, or did you feel yourself change?
Oh, St. Louis has been in my blood forever. I mean, I'm back here. I've been retired 7 years, and I'm back in St. Louis. So anywhere I go, in the professional space, in the basketball space, they know I'm from St. Louis. So what I wanted to do is represent St. Louis well. So anybody that did their history could go back and say, that guy's from St. Louis and he represented well.
That's good.
Yep.
I do have to ask you why come back? Why did you come back to St. Louis? What was the reason?
This is home. I mean, I'm comfortable. My family has done well, here in St. Louis, and I want to be a part of keeping that same energy going. And I still travel. I still, go different places, but this is home for me.
I like that.
This is home.
I'm
comfortable here. I love it.
That's good.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
A little bit of You know what I'm saying? I love that. You know what I mean? Bringing it back to the community. And, speaking of you bringing things back to the community, please let me know a little bit more about your the Larry Hughes Basketball Academy. What's that all about?
Well, it's basketball, using basketball as a tool to help teach kids, teach young people character development, adversity, how to fight through, teamwork. We use the sport of basketball. Like we said in the questions, like every kid is not going to make it to the NBA, but we're not going to kill anybody's dreams. We're not going to tell them that they're not good enough to make it, because there's opportunities within basketball that this sort of academy can allow you to reach, where it's, character development. You're going to have to go and work on someone's team, whether it be in the office space or whether it be on a team. You're going to have to be into that space. So it's giving young people an opportunity to come into a safe environment, to have good mentors around them, to get good information, whether it be basketball, on the court, off the court. We run basketball as, we use a curriculum, right? It's not just come in and dribble 2 basketballs, or you come in and you just shoot basketballs, or you come in and you just do one thing. Right. We use a curriculum where we're touching each part of the basketball game to help create, a peak performer, a better basketball player.
Nice. Are you also doing like a special segment or a special program called like street ball? You know what I'm saying? Because there's basketball.
Yeah.
And then there's street ball.
Yeah, there's a necessary.
2 different things. And, the NBA, it's, they kind of do a mashup between the 2.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sometimes I feel like I hear stories where there's a lot of kids that have to go out and play some street ball so they actually know how to handle themselves when they start going and playing against, bigger and more aggressive teams and stuff like that. I mean, do you guys kind of talk about that or show a little bit of that?
Well, what we talk about is build that foundation first, right? Build your fundamentals first, and then you can get into all the tricky stuff that happens on the playground. And that may be some of the toughness that you get, within the playground space. But kids they can't do that anymore.
Right.
So we've passed that point of going to the park or dropping your kid off at the park and letting them fend for themselves. Like, we're past that part.
Right.
So everything that we're doing right now is done within the gym or really controlled. But you need that edge, you need that competitive edge. So how do we find that? So that's what we do within our academy is we teach them to have control of themselves first.
Yeah.
And then explore all those other.
Like a trash talking 101 type of thing?
Nah, you
ain't got nothing.
They don't trash talk now. Like they don't trash talk now. They they do little signs and little gestures now of making a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Or they do a little bit of the clapping in the face type deal, but they don't trash talk anymore.
Oh, okay.
They don't trash talk anymore. So what we do is we say, how do you get that competitive edge? Is it big brother gonna beat you up, big sister's gonna beat you up, or you gonna play against older competition, whether you play 2 grades up? Like, we can find ways to toughen you up without using, the playground.
I like that.
Yep.
That's dope. So we do have a video where Larry goes into more depth about what his academy is all about. Take a look.
Reverts back to life, and how you're going to live your life and how you're going to be successful in life. And you have to build that foundation. And in life, your education is your foundation. So if you think of basketball, the fundamentals, that's your foundation. That's your education. That's your gateway to being successful on the basketball court, to properly pivot, to properly use the correct hand, to understand concepts and terminologies and floor spacing. That all comes within your foundation. That's built from the first day you step on the court to understand how basketball is played, and why you're playing basketball. What's fun about basketball to you is a very good question, because if it's to be the highlight reel and to shoot 3-pointers from half court, then we're not going to get a lot out of basketball. But if it's to compete, is it to fight through adversity, is to become a better person, become a better team player, teamwork, that's all foundation. That's all fundamental development, and that starts from day one.
All right, so that's just a little bit of an example of what they're doing over at the academy. And I understand that you guys have a new facility, right?
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about that. That's dope.
Well, it's in Chesterfield. It's the only facility of its kind. We're bringing in enhancing the skill development with technology, using a shooting accuracy as Respect Basketball and our performance as Connexon. These groups operate within the NBA space, so they are set up in a number of NBA practice facilities. Nice. And we are the only program that can use these 2 technologies in the youth space. So I'm really happy about how it's going to enhance, what we're teaching.
Yeah.
With the kids using it.
I like that. So you just said something about respect. Like, put respect on my name, or like, what's this respect?
I guess it's respect my shooting. It's Respect Basketball.
Okay.
These guys.
So it's a program called Respect.
It's a program called Respect. Yeah, these guys are out of Israel. I mean, we found these guys working out of Israel, putting this platform, this software together. Thought it would be great for youth development because kids want to dribble and they want to shoot. So we've put a laser 900 in our facility that helps them dribble, and we've put shot accuracy in our facility that helps them shoot. So
Wait, I'm sorry. You just lost me at laser what?
Laser 900.
What's a laser 900, man?
Laser 900 is with technology. You see, you got all these cameras going on
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
So it allows you to ball handle within the game setting in a simulation. What it does is a monitor, there's a screen, and you simulate what you see on that screen. It gives you a readout, it gives you video input, it gives you a live, it gives you a recorded feed so you can go back and see if you were leaning to the right, if you were leaning to the left, if the ball was too far out in front of you. So it gives you all those things you can look at.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And that's laser 900.
That's a laser 900. Yep.
900, not 9,000.
900.
Not Andre 3000.
9,000 may be coming out pretty soon though. Technology.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and so you have this. You will be having this in the new facility.
Yeah, well, we have it. Everything. I
Oh.
mean, we have our facility. What we're doing now is we're working out all the kinks and getting ready to unveil it to the public. But everything that we're talking about, we have it. I mean, it's not something that we're planning on doing.
Yeah.
It's something that we're doing. We're just waiting to unveil it to the public.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like Khalid, you know what I mean? Khalid. I like that. I like that. Well, when does that open?
We're
When's the
opening
new
in
facility
April.
open?
Yeah, we're opening in April.
April.
We're opening in
Okay.
April. Yeah. So right now we're working on doing some open house, just inviting some people out because again it's for the community. It's obviously in Chesterfield, but it's for the greater area to come in and experience.
Nice.
Yep.
That's dope, man. I'm gonna clap to that because
Appreciate you.
that's really incredible, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
That's
it.
dope. And because we need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Real talk, especially with all that technology. I mean, shoot, it makes me feel like I'm going to like the Discovery Zone from like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mean, that's
some
where-
serious technology stuff, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's where it's going. I mean, the gamification and obviously with working with young people and keeping them interactive in what we're doing. I mean, technology helps us, gamify some of those things, whether it be, the 500 shot club or the 1,000 or the 10,000 shot club. It allows us to keep the kids engaged by being able to actually track, how many shots they took. We didn't guess how many shots you took. You actually took 10,000 shots.
Right.
Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna have to go over there and,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe
Oh,
play
yeah.
a game of horse with
Oh,
you.
you
or
got an
something
open
like that.
invite.
Oh.
Open invite for sure. Open
You hear it
invite.
here first, guys.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna play a game of horse with the respect program.
Yeah.
Put respect on my name program. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I like. I'm gonna be calling that for life. Put some respect on. You okay over there?
Respect on it, yes.
Things are falling apart over here.
Just put some respect.
Things are falling apart over here. So I know that your godson also is Jason Tatum. So how are you feeling about his future right now?
I'm happy with his success. I mean, I think that he's prepared himself. He did the work. He put the hours in. He made the sacrifices. And now that stuff is paying off. We asked a question earlier about how do you know? And we didn't know Jason was a pro. I mean, we didn't know that. But the sacrifices that he made when his kids, his friends were out, messing around. He was working on his game, or when it was time to get his schoolwork done, he was getting his schoolwork done. So he's prepared himself for this opportunity. I'm happy for him.
Did you ever see did you see it in him? Because you say you didn't know, but I mean, there was no inkling, there was no heads up, like, hey, I can play ball. You know what I mean?
15, 16, you kind of look and say, let's see how this develops.
Right.
See how, because he wasn't as fast. Like, he was slow.
Oh.
He was slow, but that's how his footwork got to be where it's at. So now he's long, right? Long arms, long legs.
Yeah.
And he's able to get to where he needs to get to. But 15 years old, 16, we're like, okay, he keeps working, gets better, gets faster, gets stronger. He'll have a chance to make it to college is the first deal.
Yeah.
And then play professionally, get paid to play.
Yeah, get paid to play.
Yep.
Oh, he's getting paid. I'm sure he's
Yep.
getting paid right now. It's insane. Woo! It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you something. Because I know that like Zion Williamson had like
Yep.
that injury.
Yep.
Looked like he was doing what's that game? I forgot what it's called now.
Twister.
Twister.
Yeah.
He looked like
Yeah.
doing Twister in that photo. Do you think NCAA players should get paid? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think they can up the stipend that they give. They get a stipend, right? But I think it can definitely be raised.
Yeah.
There's value within the scholarship. There's value within the housing. I mean, I have a daughter that's on scholarship, and as a parent, I understand that there's value there.
Yeah.
But I also, as a parent, understand that sometimes she needs to go out and get food or get groceries.
Yeah, she needs to live.
Yeah. So I definitely think that they should enhance what they're doing as far as with their stipends, and allow more funds to get into those kids' pockets and not into an account that pays for something related to basketball.
Yeah.
Housing or meal plans and things like that. I think actual cash should drop into these kids' accounts.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that.
Yep.
I think so. I mean, you're putting in all that time and effort and dedication. You gotta.
Yeah, they can't work.
You gotta survive so you can dribble that ball.
Yeah, they can't
that,
work. They can't work during the season. They can't work really during spring and summer because they have obligations. So mom or dad is usually kicking in.
Right.
For those scholarship athletes.
No, I understand that for sure. Okay, that's good. I got one last question, and I'm gonna let you go. Okay. So I understand that your brother Justin passed from I guess he had he was getting an organ from a surgery. It didn't go. It didn't pan out. What was the situation? What was he under the knife for?
Well, my brother was born with transposition of the great vessels, which is a heart defect that he was born with.
Right.
He had a transplant at the age of 10, which allowed him to live another 10 years. So with anything that with any transplant, there's a time limit on it.
Right.
I mean, there's a time limit on it, but that didn't necessarily have anything to do with his passing. Him having any surgery didn't have to do with with his passing. It was just one of those things where it was that heart had kind of ran its course.
Right.
And being on the donors list he wasn't on that list at that time.
Oh. Okay.
So he lived he lived 20 years.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was something that he was born with. We were fortunate enough to have a donor, Dana Spencer, their family. Still know those, still talk to them, still pray for them. But was lucky enough that he was able to receive a transplant and live another 10 years. But that was really the inspiration behind everything that I did. So yeah, we're in the community working with organ and tissue donations.
Absolutely.
We're trying to push that message out. We're trying to watch where those zip codes are, where the donations or the donors are needed more, and try to get out into the community and push those signups. But it still is an issue today. We dealt with it as a family, and many other families deal with it. I'm a donor. I've signed my driver's license. So yeah, we just encourage people to become donors, and you never know, what sort of life you can change. And we've been affected by it, and very grateful for organ and tissue donation.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. And I think it is very important that people do sign up, or that they sign the back of their license saying that they are willing to donate and put in, donate their organs, because it is very hard.
Yeah, and
it's
again,
very hard. There's so many people that need it.
You talk to family as well, and it's not just enough to sign your driver's license. You also want to talk to family and let them know your wishes and let them know the things that you want. Just in the event that something happens. The myth is if something happens, you have to go to the hospital and you're a donor, and they see that, then they won't work as hard to save you because you're a donor. That's a myth. That's not true, right? I mean, they're going to do everything that they can. In the event that you don't make it, then that's when life kicks in and you're able to help and promote after your life is over.
Are you still in contact and in touch with the family that donated?
Oh yeah,
to Justin.
Yeah, that's family.
That's
that's family. That's family. Kara's actually an alderman her sister is an alderman on the south side.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we keep in close contact. We've done walks and things in the past. I mean, it's just really about understanding that they lost someone and gave us the ability to keep someone. So I mean, we're lifelong. We're lifelong family now.
That's dope.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep.
I love that connection too. It's incredible. It definitely moves me, and I know it moves a lot of people for sure. So please definitely donate. If you can definitely sign the back of that license, or if they're asking you, are you willing to donate your organs, you definitely should say yes, for sure. You never know who you're saving or what people you could save. You know, I think we do have one more question, right?
Yeah, it's
real
just
quick.
It's a
real
comment,
quick.
real quick. I really had to say this. It's from Vanessa, and she says, "Good job, son."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Shout out moms.
Oh, what's up, Mom?
I had to say.
Hey, you know what? Everybody who's watching right now, give us a bunch of hearts, you know what I mean, for his mom.
Yeah.
His mom's watching right now, y'all.
Right.
Come on now. Mama!
Yes.
There you go. Appreciate
Mama!
it.
I love that. I love that. Anyway, thank you, Larry Hughes, for being here. Make some noise for me, y'all.
Appreciate you.
Definitely go check out Larry Hughes Basketball Academy. The facility is going to be opening up in April. We will definitely let you know when that place is open for all you people out there that want to learn and or that love the game called basketball. Again, one more time, Larry, thank you so much for being here. We'll be right back with things I find dope. See you guys in a minute. Peace. What's up, guys? It's your boy Pascal. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But if you want to check out some more of our stuff, we got some great interviews, skits, parodies, and other great music. Go and click that like button on the Facebook page. And also, we do have a YouTube channel. Go hit that subscribe button real quick. It would really mean a lot. We got other great stuff over there as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Much love to you guys. Peace.
That boy is good.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.